we're going to cook with eggs. You ever traveled somewhere and you have this dish and you can't wait to go home and make it yourself, or you want it again like a week later after you get home? Well, that's this. This is chicken tortilla soup. I was down in Rocky Point, Mexico back in '05, '06, and I actually paid the owner of the restaurant for the recipe for this. It was so good. And it's simple. It's lime juice, it's chicken stock, it's chicken, the grilled chicken already. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done real quick too. Avocado, queso fresco, and you serve it. Just put the tortillas in the bowl, and then you put the soup on top, and then a little bit of creme fraiche or sour cream and some cilantro on top. Oh, it is delicious. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just cook some chicken real quick in the skillet, and we'll be back after I get that done, and I'll show you what else goes into it. And for the chicken, you can just get one of those rotisserie jobs from the grocery store and cut that apart. Um, I always like using my chicken instead of doing that. But that is always a possibility. Well, I think you can buy pre-made chicken already grilled or whatnot. But we're just going to do this. I'm going to butterfly the breast, throw it in a bowl over here to put some seasoning in, and then we're going to take it over to the skillet. And right here we have the butterfly chicken breast in here. For that, we're going to add some of this achiote seasoning. In here now, I'm going to add some cumin. Some tagine. Crushed red pepper. Cajun seasoning. And no, they didn't use Cajun seasoning. This is one of those things I added. So that we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit of oil. Now, let's take this over to the skillet. We're going to go ahead and roast up the poblano pepper right on the open fire. You can do this in an air fryer if you want or on the grill. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Roast it for a few minutes so it starts to really peel and get black. You can throw it in like a Tupperware container or a plastic bag for about 15 minutes, and then it'll just peel real easy. Just close it up in there, let it sit like that for 15 minutes, and it'll just peel real easy. All right, so it's been 15 minutes, and pretty roasted poblano. And all you gotta do is just peel that black right off. It just comes right off after it's been sitting in there. The steam just pulls the skin away from that membrane away from the skin. Now while the pepper was steaming, I went ahead and prepped everything else up. We've got diced tomato, a diced jalapeno, and a diced serrano, as well as the poblano over here. Some fresh diced tomatoes, some garlic, and some cilantro. We're also going to use a can of rotel, a can of corn, and some chicken stock. So here I'm going to get the pot started for the soup. All right, so you want to get the pan nice and hot, and you want to add some oil and then the onion to it. You want to let that onion get nice and soft, so we're going to let this go for about 15 minutes. When the onions soften up, I'm going to add the peppers. Let those cook down. Also have the garlic and cilantro right now, so the garlic can get a little color on it. So not long, just about 30 seconds at this point. You want a total of 4 cups. I'm going to add about half right now. So that's going to be the fresh tomatoes, rotel, can of corn drained, and some of the corn. If you have black beans, that would be good in here too, drained and rinsed. Last but certainly not least, the chicken. Let this go and come to a boil. When it starts boiling, we're going to put a lid on it and drop the heat down to a simmer. A little bit more stock to that too. Now, as this is going up to a boil, you're going to go ahead and season it with a little bit of cumin powder, a little more. Some salt, pepper, garlic powder. Juice of a lime. Alright, at this point we're going to bring it up to a boil, add a little bit of chicken base, put the lid on it and drop it down to a simmer, and then pretend like it doesn't exist for 30 to 45 minutes, preferably an hour. Let all the flavors come together, and then it'll be good to go pretty much after that. Alright, so it's been simmering for roughly about an hour now. Go ahead and see what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty. To serve it up, it's a little different than most soups. You put different tortillas at the bottom, some of the queso fresco, and some of the avocado. Not much, depending on who likes it and who doesn't. Then you put the soup on top of that. Be right back with that. Put a little bit of Kobe Jack to top it off, and then some sour cream. A little bit of this one little chip. Hey! There. That way it looks like a shark swimming through the water.